This is vanilla Minecraft. And this is a rocket ship inside of vanilla Minecraft. Now I wanted to see if it was possible to create a rocket ship inside of vanilla Minecraft. And I'm not smart enough to be able to use a command block to create something this intricate. So I'll be using a data pack created by Hexer. Link in the description. Now obviously we could use iron blocks like so. And build ourselves a rocket ship. Boom, rocket ship in Minecraft done. But with normal blocks we aren't able to go to other planets and explore new dimensions. But using the data pack we should be able to craft ourselves one and be able to go to any planet that we want. So if we head over here, you see I've already laid everything out we're going to need in order to set this up properly. The first thing we need to do is take this book and toss it on top of a smithing table like so. Doing so will give us a book that basically lays out all of the recipes just like I'm doing here. The second thing we'll need to craft is a high-tech workbench. For this, however, we'll be needing steel ingots. You can obtain steel ingots by smelting iron ingots in a blast furnace with some coal. Next, take yourselves a crafting table and 8 ingots, tossing them onto an anvil. This will give you a high-tech workbench. The next few items we'll be crafting will require us to already have one of these made. Now the first thing we will need is a CPU. It's a fairly easy recipe. As you can see, all we're going to need is a gold and a comparator. Placing them in like this gives us one CPU. We'll also be needing a wrench for a vehicle section of this data pack. To make one, all you need is 1 stick and 2 steel ingots. And the next thing we'll be crafting is items required for a spacesuit. Since space has no oxygen, it makes sense that we will need one. All we will need is some steel plates, a bucket, and a single steel ingot. The next thing we'll need is a compressor to fill up the air tank with air. We can craft one by using an air tank, a dispenser, 4 plates, and 3 ingots like so. Placing this down and inserting our tank will fill it up with no redstone or power needed. Now we will craft our spacesuit. Using our air tank, glass, redstone torch, and 3 steel ingots, we will be able to craft our spacesuit. Right-clicking it with your hand will equip it to your head slot. You can fill the spacesuit with oxygen by holding the oxygen tank in your hand and right-clicking with the spacesuit equipped. Now once you get on the moon, you're going to need an infinite oxygen supply. So to solve this, you're going to need to craft yourself a terraformer. Now this will give you a large radius to walk around without needing any oxygen tanks. To craft this, however, you will need to have gone to the inn and gotten yourself an end rod, as well as a beacon, 2 plates, 4 steel ingots, and 1 oxygen tank. The next item we have is an arc furnace. This will make smelting your steel ingots faster than using a regular blast furnace. The recipe calls for 3 steel plates, 1 iron bar, 1 blast furnace, and 4 steel ingots. Now on to the fun part. The rocket is comprised of 3 separate parts: the top, the cockpit, and the engines. Now crafting the rocket itself is relatively easy compared to the rest of our items. At the top you'll need 3 steel ingots, 3 steel plates. The cockpit is a tad harder with 6 plates, 2 CPUs, and 1 minecart needed. The engines require 1 blast furnace, 1 dispenser, 6 plates, and 1 CPU. After you have all of your rocket ship parts, you just place them in a high-tech workbench and it'll give you a rocket. To launch the rocket, however, you will need a 3x3 obsidian platform. Be careful, as it will leave fire that could spread and destroy your forest or home. So make sure to place a lot of stone around your area of your launch pad. Now after you place your rocket, you'll need a stack of coal. Pressing your sneak key will take the coal and begin fueling your rocket. After you're ready to take off, just right-click the rocket and get in. It is imperative that you do not leave the rocket once you get in. If you do, you won't be able to get back inside and you have to craft yourself another rocket entirely. Now let's get ready for takeoff in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Turn around to your right, you better. I don't want to go into the sun if I can avoid it. That's right, yeah. Just leave it.
When landing on the moon, you'll notice that you have low gravity. Here we can place our terraformer on top of a redstone block, allowing us to breathe without the use of our spacesuit.
That field of view going to be pick up the mesa. Following.
We'll also begin spawning grass blocks, flowers, and oak saplings when given enough time. Now that we are on the moon, we'll need to craft ourselves a moon buggy. The moon buggy requires 4 buggy wheels. You can craft the wheels using 4 leather, 1 steel ingot per wheel, for a total of 16 leather and 4 ingots. Afterwards, all you need is 1 CPU, 1 oxygen tank, and 3 steel plates. The buggy requires 2 stacks of coal for fuel. Once you get in the buggy, you can use your scroll wheel to change the speed. In order to get to the other 7 planets, you will need to find the Millennium Falcon. And if you can't find the spaceship, however, you can right-click on your lunar lander to go back to Earth. Now once you find the Millennium Falcon, you'll be able to purchase the required ship parts and fuel needed to travel to the other planets. You can also find 4 hidden chests scattered around the ship that has some pretty great loot. I recommend also stealing the planetarium located in the cockpit of the Falcon. You will need these to find your way back to Earth / other planets when you're using your ship. Once you have all the ship parts and fuel, you can craft a spaceship like so. After fueling up, you just fly straight up and out of the atmosphere. Now once you exit the atmosphere, you can hold the planetarium in one hand and start to head towards your desired planet. Holding shift will allow you to fly at super speed. And from what I've noticed, there are random ships scattered around in space. However, these don't seem to hold any loot. Right-clicking while in your ship, you can shoot lasers that do damage to both blocks and players. There are a total of 7 discoverable planets that you can explore, finding all kinds of randomly generated structures. I visited both Venus and Mercury. Both had a unique atmosphere with their own structures. But that's going to be the end of this video. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to watch more, then make sure to click the video on screen now. And if you haven't heard it yet today, remember, I love you, I appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!